One of the biggest things home buyers are confused about is what is escrow and what is an escrow account. In this video, I am going to break it down so it is so easy so that when someone says to you something about your escrow account or opening escrow, you're like, yeah, I got this. If you're new to the channel, I've been a mortgage lender for 19 years. So I have explained this over 10,000 times, over 10,000 times. So we'll see how I do. If you're looking for a mortgage lender you can trust, yes, my team and I want to help you. Check out our Google reviews, 786-933-2077. Yes, we can help you everywhere in America. Okay, what is escrow? Fun fact, when I started out in the industry, this was one of the hardest concepts for me to understand because when you really boil it down, it's confusing. And the way that lenders and the real estate agents and title companies use the terms, it's like, what? Okay, so let me make it really easy. Escrow in general is someone's holding your money. That's the easiest way to think about it. So when you buy a house and they say, we're opening up escrow, they're saying, we're opening up a special account to hold your earnest money deposit. And ultimately this escrow account, when you close on the house, this is where you'll send your down payment. This is where the lender sends the wire for the loan. The escrow account is a piggy bank. So when you're buying the house, they're opening up escrow so the title company or the attorney can hold all the money in a very safe place for you. Then when you close on the house, the money from the escrow account that's been opened for the purchase goes to the seller. Okay, that's one thing. And you're like, but wait a second, Jen, my mortgage has an escrow account. Does that go to the seller? No. Escrow account really is just, this is a piggy bank. So when you're buying a house, you got the piggy bank for the seller. And when you have the mortgage, you're gonna have the piggy bank for property taxes and insurance. Now look, depending on what type of loan you're doing and how much you're putting down, you may not need an escrow account on your mortgage. When you're buying a house, are they still gonna open up escrow and hold your money in that piggy bank for the seller? Yes. Let's just focus on the mortgage part though now. So, pros and cons. There's certain loans where you are going to have an escrow account. It's going to be that piggy bank that the mortgage lender has. Every single month when you make your payment to the mortgage lender, you're going to be paying us your principal, your interest, and a portion of your property taxes and insurance. We take your payment and cut it up, and we put the property taxes and the insurance in your escrow account for your mortgage, your piggy bank. And then when the property taxes or homeowners insurance is due, we pay it on your behalf with your money, okay? So that's what you need to understand most importantly. The escrow account is a safe, protected piggy bank where the lender's collecting your money to pay property taxes and insurance on your behalf. Now, people go, well, can the lender skim? Not anymore. I mean, look, back in the day, probably. Do you see lenders try to do illegal stuff? Yeah, not so much anymore. But it is a protected account. And it's nothing I would really stress about because sometimes people go, oh, well, I'm looking at a loan summary and this lender wants more taxes and insurance than this one in my escrow account. This lender wants a bigger escrow account. I don't want to go with them. Guys, it's all federally regulated. So that's what you need to know. What one lender has in your escrow account versus another will not be different. It is federally regulated, okay? Now, do you want an escrow account? I've had both. So I've had, I actually still have both. I have a mortgage with no escrow account on it where I pay the taxes and insurance separately. And then my most recent mortgage, I actually did the escrow account. I didn't have to, but I did. And let me tell you why. So back in the day, I was a little bit against escrow accounts. And the reason is they're never perfect, okay? It's that simple. Like for instance, even with the one that I have right now, I know I'm gonna get a bill for a tax difference once they assess the property since I just bought it. I know that's gonna happen. And with escrow accounts, if someone's going, oh, my payment's $4,000 a month, oh, it went up, usually that's gonna be taxes and insurance. And from the lender perspective, if someone has a choice, I used to be of the mindset of don't do it. And a lot of it was because I had a lot of clients that are like, I'll pay my taxes and my insurance myself. I don't want the lender holding it for me. If you're a commission employee, then, having flexibility with how much your payment is in terms of if you're paying the taxes and insurance or if you're setting a certain amount every month can be helpful. But also from a client service perspective, if someone doesn't have an escrow account, their payment's the same no matter what. If I do a 30-year fix, there's no up or it going down. With an escrow account, the 30-year fixed mortgage is never going up or down, but your property taxes can go up, your insurance can go up, and sometimes people freak out. We just ended up explaining it a lot better, and we have less freakouts now. It's that simple. And the reason why personally I did an escrow account on my most recent home, this is what I do for a living. And I swear, guys, at least twice a year, because the other property I have that doesn't have an escrow account, it's in California. Taxes are due twice a year. I'm always worried about my homeowner's insurance getting dropped. So literally, I am constantly going, oh gosh, did I pay my taxes? Wait, did I only pay half or did I pay more? Because in California, you can pay in 2 installments. Sometimes I just pay it all at once. Sometimes I pay it in individual installments. Like the amount of mental wheels going on to make sure I don't screw that up is high. And look, you're like, well, can't you just set a calendar reminder? Yes, that would be responsible. And if you decide you don't want an escrow account and you want to pay your taxes and insurance separately, set a calendar reminder right before those taxes are due that you pay them. The other fear I have, though, is because with California, it's one of those states where like insurance companies just in certain areas, the house is in a high wildfire area, insurance companies like to drop you. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what if I miss something in the mail? What if I miss an email? I don't know if you guys have Apple phones or what type of phone you have, but with AI organizing our email now, I feel like I miss half my world. So I'm constantly going on to the insurance provider, making sure everything's good, making sure it's paid. Like I will never be late on that insurance bill because I don't think I'll get the coverage again, friends. And there's just like, you can see it in my face. Like I'm smiling, but I'm like, right? I don't care over here. No, the Florida house. So with the house I just bought in Florida, this is where I live. I love it. Oh my gosh, guys, people are not telling you enough about, I bought in the Jacksonville area. I'm telling you right now, it's the largest city in the United States. There are so many amazing neighborhoods. This is going to be the place to be. I already think it is the place to be. But anyways, I did an escrow account on this house. I'm not worried at all. I write my payment every month. I know my insurance is going to go up. It's Florida. I know my property taxes are going to increase dramatically. So I know the amount that they're collecting right now since I just bought the house is not right. But I also know that it's not my problem. When they figure it out, when we get a new tax bill that shows the higher amount, when we get a higher insurance, they then come to me and say, hey, like you either need to pay us the difference. Let's say it's $5,000. Or we're going to increase your payment by XYZ to cover the increase and make up for the difference. Okay, cool, right? And that's the thing. If you're getting an escrow account, what you need to understand is the amount of taxes and insurance that the lender collects on day one is not going to stay the same forever. It's not. And depending on the state that you live in, property taxes get reassessed. It could be a year, it could be 2 years, but your property taxes are likely going to go up and that payment will change. As long as you mentally go into it knowing that, you're cool, right? Now, if you go into a mortgage payment and having an escrow account expecting your property taxes and insurance will stay the same and your payment's gonna stay the same forever, you're cooked, you're done, you're doomed, you're gonna be miserable, you're gonna hate your life because it's not real. That's fantasy land. The lender doesn't control if your homeowner's insurance goes up. That's the homeowner's insurance company. And honestly, you should be shopping your homeowner's insurance every single year because Otherwise, what we see in most cases is automatically they just increase. How much pain can you take? Are you paying attention? And look, that's my opinion, but that's what I see, right? So property taxes, same thing. And you're like, well, if the lender knows the property taxes are going to go up when the property is reassessed, why aren't they collecting for that? Certain states we do. So in California, we know that property taxes are going to go up because it gets reassessed immediately. California time, okay? So we usually are doing an estimate of what we think they'll go to. It's not perfect. We're not them. We're guessing what they're going to go up to. Other states, like for instance, in Florida, we don't. And it's because it can take a while for it to reassess, and there's not a clear calculation like there is in California, okay? So you can always ask your lender, go, hey, are my property taxes likely to go up? I don't care what state you're in, I'm gonna say yes, because they are. Now look, is there some stuff happening in certain states, like Florida's trying to get rid of property taxes, reduce them dramatically, et cetera, et cetera? Yeah, we could see some legislation like that, which would be very exciting. I think there's about 9 states looking at reducing property taxes, but we're not there yet. So your basic assumption as a home buyer is your property taxes and insurance are gonna go up. Okay, so just to go over what we've covered, because I know it went a little wibbly wobbly, guys, I do that, but escrow account, it's a piggy bank where someone's holding money for you to pay for something. When you open up escrow, they're putting your money, the bank's money, your deposit, all in there to pay the seller. Safe place, your money. With your mortgage, your escrow account, you make your payment every single month, okay? And the property taxes and insurance are going in that safe piggy bank, which once again is being used on your behalf to pay your property taxes and insurance. Could your property taxes and insurance go up? Absolutely. Will they? Yes. Should you always be saving a little bit of money on the side? Yes. That's just a life 101, right? Now, the next question I get is, wait a second, Jen. I'm buying this house right now, and you're collecting for a year of homeowner's insurance and 2 to 3 months more of insurance, and I'm gonna be paying it every month? You're double dipping. No. So the way that mortgage lenders pay homeowners insurance is we pay it once a year. So think about it this way. You close on a mortgage in April, okay? You've paid for the homeowner's insurance until next April. But if I don't start collecting in your payment homeowner's insurance every single month, well then guess what? When we get to next April and the bill's due for a whole nother year, we won't have enough money in your escrow account, okay? And if you're like, well, I want you, the bank, to pay my insurance monthly. No, we don't do that. No one does that. The reason's this. I can't even imagine what lenders would have to charge you to do that. Look, lenders are dealing with hundreds of thousands of mortgages. We can do the homeowner's insurance once a year. If you have a lender who has all these different mortgages where every month they're making these payments, these small payments instead of once a year, like I can't even imagine what rates would be or what they would have to package into the cost of doing a loan for the manpower on that, right? That is why lenders pay insurance once a year. So when you buy the house, you pay for a year of insurance up front, but we start collecting with your first payment because I gotta have enough money in that piggy bank when that bill's due again. So you're like, well, wait a second, Jen. Okay, that explains the year, but what about that 2 to 3 months? Depends on when your first payment is, guys. So think about it this way. You close in April, your first payment's not till June. If I only have in your escrow account money from June until when I'm paying that bill again, which honestly will be March, I don't have enough money. I don't have 12 months. That's why there's that cushion as well, okay? With property taxes, sometimes people go, why are you collecting so many months of property taxes? It's because the bill's gonna be due, right? Everything, when a lender's looking at your escrow account, we're looking at when we close the loan, when the tax bill's due, when the insurance is due again, the amount of months we collect is all federally regulated. Now, last question. People go, well, wait a second, this lender doesn't have anything for that. do you have an escrow account? And you're like, well, I don't know. I'm doing an FHA loan. Yeah, you're going to have an escrow account. You can't waive escrows on an FHA loan. I don't know why that lender's not showing it. They're going to have it at the end. You're going to see it because all of this is federally regulated. There's loan guidelines. You know, VA 0% down. Are you going to have an escrow account? Yes. 20% down conventional. Are you going to have an escrow account? Up to you. Up to you. And we talked about the pros and cons earlier. You know, the pro of not having one is you have control. The con is you have control. But the bottom line is this. Escrow accounts are not the devil. They are not a way for lenders to make more money off of you. There is no Carney type element where there's a bait and switch with an escrow account. All of this is federally regulated. You just have to understand that if you have an escrow account, yes, taxes and insurance can go up. That will change your payment. Over here, if you don't have an escrow account, yes, taxes and insurance can go up. You have to pay attention to when everything's due, and I hope you don't miss an email or a letter from your insurance company and they drop you. So overall, I hope this video was helpful. Questions, comments, as always, reach out, guys. 786-933-2077. And if you want to work with a lending team that is happy, we love answering questions. We'll sit on the phone with you guys for 2 hours. We're here for you. Thanks for watching.